Hey gang, it's Becky Bamboo. Today is Monday, September 28th of 2015. I got my little baby at home with me this afternoon. She is sick. I had to go get her at the daycare. She's swinging over there. Swinging, swinging. See her pulling on her ear. I think she got an ear infection. We have to go to the doctor here in about an hour. So, I know, I haven't done an update in a while, so I wanted to take a few minutes while I had some time to talk about what's been going on. So I think the last update I did was the week that I dropped to 234. Last week, on Monday, I was down to 233, and then this Monday, I'm down to 232. So 18 pounds total, which is good. I'm pleased with that, especially considering what all's been going on. So, not last week, the week before last. Yeah, that's right. I'm trying to think. It's been a while. I got like a stomach flu, so I was throwing up, had diarrhea for 3 days. Sucked. And then my stomach just stayed really just sketchy. That's the way to say it. It was just sketchy for the next week. So all last week I really struggled with food and water, and I was kind of just eating whatever sounded good, whatever I thought would stay down. I drank a lot of coffee and tea because the warm liquid was really about the only thing that made me feel decent. So I did drink a lot of that stuff. So I guess probably did okay on my water, but not just straight water drinking like I had been doing. I had to travel last week. I left on Thursday. I was in a wedding over the weekend, which was, it was a beautiful wedding, but kind of a fiasco. Dealing with my pain and trying to participate in wedding festivities was really a challenge for me. Plus, my son was in the wedding. He was the ring bearer, so it was taking care of trying to keep myself organized, trying to keep him clean and organized. It was a mess. About 3 minutes before we walked down the aisle, my son fell face first into a chair, busted his lip open. He was bleeding everywhere, and luckily I had just gotten a tissue in my hand because I was worried about crying during the ceremony. So at least I had something with me to kind of get him cleaned up. But he wasn't going to walk down the aisle with, he was supposed to carry a sign that said, "Here comes the bride." And he was having no part of that. He just wanted to be next to Mom. And so he ended up walking down the aisle with me and the guy I walked with, and just cried the whole way. It was so pathetic. So we got through the ceremony, and after the ceremony, it's my niece's wedding. She had won a party bus. I haven't ever been on a party bus. I've been on a limo once, and that was a bad thing. And so I knew the party bus was probably going to be bad for me. And I got really drunk really fast. Everybody did. I mean, the amount of alcohol we went through in such a short time was crazy. So I got really drunk, and I was pretty drunk by the time we got to the reception, and then I quit drinking the rest of the night. And we actually ended up having an early evening. My pain was bad, and a 3-year-old and a 7-month-old are only going to stay up and moving so long, and my son hadn't had a nap all day, so he was really tired by the time we got to about 8:30, 9 o'clock. So that's when we left and went home and, gave him some wind down time and put him to bed. So we made it through the weekend, but, I didn't really eat much at all the day of the wedding. I ate at about 9 in the morning, and then I didn't eat again until we got to the reception, so it was probably 7 or 7:30 by the time I actually ate anything, and yeah, that didn't help with the consumption of alcohol. I don't normally drink hard liquor, but I was doing some shots on the bus, and it was bad. It was really bad. So anyway, I was surprised to see that I lost a pound this week, because I figured with all the alcohol and stuff that it wouldn't, if anything, I would have gained. But I just haven't had a lot of an appetite the last week. I've been really nauseated and really stressed. Last week on Monday, I had to meet with the surgeon I've been referred to for my injury, and he gave me some news that was really unexpected. It caught me off guard. It was, that worst case scenario you always hear. That was what I was given. The doctor who I was seeing before kind of gave me her opinion, and she did not suspect that it was going to be as involved as it is, and so I have a pretty serious thing going on, and I need a very big surgery, lots of hardware to fix what's going on, and so I don't know what's going to happen. I've been sent for physical therapy at this point, and I'm doing that now, and it's so hard. It's so hard for this. Like, I can't really talk about it much, and I'm just living this very uncomfortable life right now. And everything feels, to me, my whole life feels like it's out of control. Like, and any extra, stressors really puts me over the top. So dealing with the sick baby today is really hard. And she was sick yesterday, too. Like, she's just been doing nothing but screaming the last 2 days. Actually, her being quiet right now is pretty surprising. I picked her up at daycare. They called me and said she's got a bad fever. She's screaming. I said, well, I'm just going to come get her. She needs to go to the doctor. And so I got her home. I gave her a warm bath, and she's kind of calmed down. So, which is nice for me, but she's still just not really as happy. She's always a happy baby. So to have one that's really fussy and needy is just kind of hard when you're not used to it. So, so that added stress just does me in when I'm already stressed out about what's going on with me. There's been kind of complications with my case, and I don't really know what's going to happen. That's the hardest part of this is, if you just got hurt and, it wasn't a work thing, you could just use your insurance and you'd go see a doctor and they'd say you need to do this, and, there would be no issue. But you're just always waiting to hear, if they're going to approve for you to do this, or, no, they're not, and now we got to fight it, or, whatever is going on. And I'm just kind of reaching that point where I'm really losing faith and I'm losing hope, and I'm ready to go back to work. I just want to go back to work, and I don't want to hurt for the rest of my life, but I don't want to sit here not doing anything either. I feel like there should be kind of a happy medium somewhere. Let me do some kind of work, and we can approach the surgery or whatever needs to happen as we can. And so it's just hard. It's really frustrating. So I haven't had much of an appetite at all this whole last week since I got that news. I've just been really stressed out, and I knew the wedding was coming up, and I feel a lot better today now that we're through the wedding, and I know I don't have to stress about that anymore. It's kind of it's done and okay. And the one thing I will say is that I felt very old at this wedding. My niece is 22, and most of her friends are her age. So I was, of course, the old lady, and the next closest person to my age was 27, which I'll be 36 next month, so 9 years difference. And actually, it was the guy that I walked with, and he was really, really nice. We talked a lot, and he said he would have guessed that I was as old as I am, which I thought, well, I guess that's a compliment, but not really. But anyway, so yeah, it was kind of odd. I felt really old, especially with the way my body, physical condition I'm in right now, and it was hard. And to be in a part of a wedding, in a very big wedding, there was over 300 people at this wedding. You kind of have to just kind of do what is expected. So, there's always a bridal party dance, so I had to dance some, and I just did the best that I could with it. I tried to have fun. I tried to relax. I definitely drank, and that helped me to kind of relax a little bit. But, when I got home, I felt, ever since then, I felt like I got hit by a truck. And I had physical therapy today, and the therapist said, well, you look a lot worse this week than you did last week. And I said, well, I was in a wedding, and so I was on my feet basically all day long on Saturday, and so I'm pretty beat up. Physically, I'm pretty beat up today, and it must show since the therapist has only seen me one other time. So, yeah, now we've got the little sick girl over here, and we're going to go get her taken care of. But, the good news about, all of this is that it kind of is it's keeping me from overeating because I'm just not interested in food. I'm just so, my tummy's so nervous. I can't hardly do anything. I can't get even getting water in is really hard, and I definitely feel dehydrated, and I'm sure some of that has to do with all the alcohol I drank on Saturday. But so I've been trying today. I've been doing okay today, not great, but okay. I definitely will get in over 64 ounces, but I don't think I'm gonna hit 101 either. So whatever. I'm just trying to make it. I'm just trying to do what I gotta do at this point, and I'm hoping that, things are going to settle back down. We'll get her on some antibiotics and get her settled back down, and things will get better, and we'll get back to normal, and I won't have to, I don't have any other big thing that I have to do planned for a long time, or at all for that matter. So I'm glad the wedding's over, and it was a pretty wedding. And, despite feeling like the old lady, it was really nice now that I've seen a lot of the pictures that people took of, all of the girls with the bride. I didn't stick out like a sore thumb because I was, big and fat. I was essentially close to size to most of the girls, which made me feel really good. And I was really glad that I dropped the weight I did because it made my body really look nice in my dress, and I felt very confident, very comfortable in my dress, which is the first wedding I've ever been in where I have felt like that. Even my own wedding, I didn't feel like that. So that was really fun, and it was fun to, it's just fun. Weddings are fun. Weddings are fun. It's a fun time, and everybody, it's nice to dress up and feel pretty every now and then. So I enjoyed that, and yeah, that's what I deal with all day. So I better cut it off. I will check in later in the week with you guys if I can and let you know what's going on. I have 3 days of physical therapy this week, and I'm trying to start to kind of feel out how to work in my time on my treadmill with physical therapy. Like today, after therapy, I just feel really wiped out, and they really stretched me and worked me pretty hard. So, I don't know that walking my treadmill and therapy is going to really work hand in hand. So I may have to do therapy on my days off, or do my walking on my days off from therapy, and I will have to figure it out. But anyway, I will check in with you guys later, and I hope everybody's having a great day.